Yeah, hello. So basically, I've told the police at the airport
Yeah.
that I'm not signing the quarantine management. I don't consent to none of that
Yeah.
because I have underlying health issues that could come back from being in these ventilated places. Every time I go to a hotel or somewhere,
Yeah.
they give me proper ventilation because my medical history
Yeah.
says that I have a sinus infection,
Yeah.
which they can't help, and it only puts me on DLA. I
Yeah.
got offered that myself. It took me 3 years to come off of that. Now, I've asked the doctor to come to my room 3 hours ago. He took 3 hours to come to my room. I said, can you look at the air conditioning? Because I can't stay here. I have my own flat where I can quarantine. I've told the police where my flat is. I'm not lied on no forms, so I've done no forgery on no forms. I've told them where I'm going to be. The police said to me, we have to escort you onto the bus. When you get to the hotel, then you can work it out with them. So I said to the hotel manager, I'm not signing any forms. I don't wish to be here. I
Yeah.
need to go to my house. So on camera, every time I've recorded everything so that if I have to sue anyone, if I have to take anyone for a civil matter, I'm being held against my will and my human rights. So I said, I understand the law, I understand the requirements, I've worked in a solicitor's before, I'm being held against my will. He said to me, the doctor come now, and he said, okay, I'm going to speak to the high person to see if you can get a fan in the room. I said, the fan won't be sufficient because I need real fresh air. In my house, I have a balcony that if it's 3 a.m., I can walk out. In this hotel, they stop you at 12 a.m. from 12 o'clock from coming out. I don't have no clothes here. I don't have no change of nothing, no suitcase, nothing. Yeah. So I don't even have my pills, my quarantine or nothing. So I said to him, like, okay, the doctor's going to speak to someone high official and come back to me. He came back to me and when I'm leaving, and he said to me that, okay, there's no fans in the building, we can't get a fan, but if you can wait till 8 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, then we might be able to get someone that oversees everything to sort something out. I said to him, you have a duty of care because otherwise I need to go to a hospital because I feel like this room is making me very sick. So I cannot afford, for my health, to stay in this room, get sick, because when I go sleep with sinuses, I wake up blocked up, and I wake up with a headache and agitated, and it also causes like some stress. So I don't want to be ill. So I'm saying to them, I will pay the fine. I don't care about £5,000, £10,000 if I have to work and pay it off. That's fine. But I'm not going to be staying in a hotel against my will when I didn't sign anything, in no contracts. I signed my passenger locator form, I told everyone everything, but I said to the police as well, like, I cannot quarantine in a place where I don't know whether it's ventilated because of my health reasons. And now I can't wait till the morning to call my doctors. I just want to go home. I don't feel like none of these people can care for me here.
Yeah.
No one's a doctor, a proper doctor here. Even the doctor's telling me you can't get a fan. So if I have to wait till tomorrow morning and anything happens to me, any illness, everyone has to be liable for it. Even if it's a small illness, because it's going to stop me from being able to look after my son, go do anything in 10 days, because I'll be ill for months. This lasted for 3 years last time I got it. So I said to them, call the police, please, because I tried to call you earlier on 101 and I had to do a crime reference number. And I said, I don't want to say, I don't know what to say, because I'm not familiar with what I can say about anyone holding me against my will. But I want to claim as well. I want to make sure I can get out of this hotel today, get to my house. You lot know where I live. I've given all my details. I will stay in my house. You can knock on my door once a day. I do any corona tests. I've done 4 tests. So I've done everything above the law. I just do not want to be in this place no more. I want to get out of here right now. Like, I can't stay in that room. I said to him, I need air. He said, sit in there. So I saw a way out there. So I was walking out there. But what their job is to do is to stop and block me and detain me. So I'm saying, am I being detained or am I not allowed to stand outside for fresh air? Because it's getting to a point where I need air. And I feel like I'm in a fight, because if people are stopping me from getting air and I can't get out, I'm either going to collapse or it's going to get to my head and I'm going to start shaking, because I'm in a situation which I don't even know what I can do. That's why the best thing was to call you and say, can you give me a fine and let me go to my house to get away from these people, because I'm not getting care here. I'm not getting the duty of care that I need. Like, it's not a room with air, nothing. I haven't committed no crime to be here. So in my head, I'm like, I can quarantine somewhere else.
Yeah,
I question. Did you go to Brazil without any medication?
No, I had like pills and stuff like that, but it's in my suitcase.
Where's
So
your suitcase?
they lost it. They lost it from Spain to Brazil, so I don't have no clothes. I told them I don't have a change of clothes. I've been on a 15-hour flight and I can't even get changed. That's already activating my sinuses.
Yeah.
And they're going to talk to someone tomorrow and my doctor's going to show them medical notes and they're going to say, you can't lock him in a room like this.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking them to be civil and deal with it like a civil matter. I'll call the police, see if they can, if I have to take a fine, I will pay it back monthly. But if it's going to detriment my health to actually stay in a hotel, I can't risk it. I have a family, I have a son. I didn't come back to be ill, to be honest with you. I haven't been ill in over a year.
The difficult thing is that because of the new government rules about isolating when you come back from a red listed country, is that they've got these hotels designated for people to isolate for 10 days. And I completely respect and understand where you're coming from, and it's extremely shit that they've lost your suitcase with everything in it. But the place where we stand is difficult because it's like we're told to make sure that you guys, you know, you stay here for the 10 days, you isolate. Because of the medical stuff, that's something that the doctor needs to sort out. Obviously, with the guys here, I'm not entirely sure whether it's, who is it, HMRC that deals with like all the COVID stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
It's down to them to make that decision, because if your doctor can obviously explain, you know, like you've got this
Sinus
problem and that
infection,
problem,
yeah.
then they could turn around to HMRC and say, you know, well, you know, okay, fine, it's too much of a risk to you to stay here. If you can, you know, reassure that you're going to stay home alone.
My thing is, sorry, darling, but like my thing is, I'm gonna have to wait 8 hours, and these people don't know my medical history. They're not a doctor, and
No,
I'm saying to them that's mad because in law, in court, I used to work in a solicitor. How can you leave someone with their basic human rights? Can't get to air, can't get to fresh air. That's where they messed up. If you give me fresh air all night and let me out, no windows, nothing. Even my family, they're saying no. My family are saying no. Like,
what room are you in on the
ground floor, yeah.
Is there a different room that you can put him in?
At the moment,
No.
not able to do the room moves. However, the guests are entitled to pop out for fresh air and cigarette breaks.
And then you said 12 o'clock is finished.
Throughout the night?
He said 12 o'clock, I can't.
But the difficulty is we have to have a security guard free and able to do so.
See, when the police are not here, it's different, you know. I swear to God, like, it's different. You don't get to come out your room, you don't do all of this.
If you speak to your doctor, so you stay here for tonight, and if you need air, you can contact us.
I promise you, I already said to them, I do not want to stay here.
No,
I will do anything to get out of here.
We can't let you leave tonight until, because it's not up to us whether or not you
So
go
can you
home or
contact
not.
the NHS and
But see,
check
so
my
we-
medical
so
record?
Unfortunately, we can't do that. It's not. This is the difficulty. Like, it has to be your GP or a doctor that does that, because we are literally here just to obviously enforce the fact that people are abiding the COVID legislation and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay?
and I
get
said
the
I'll
issue.
quarantine, I'll take the tests and all of that, but I don't require a hotel.
Yeah.
They
But
said on the forms if you require a hotel. I don't require it.
Sir, you come from a red listed
Yeah,
country.
yeah, yeah.
This is our
Yeah.
issue. It's not us trying to be. It's
pain in
literally
the
the government's thing now.
It's the
That if
government.
you've come from a red listed country such as Brazil, unfortunately, you do have to stay in a hotel for 10 days. Because
And
obviously
there
because of the
there
new
is
strain,
exemptions though,
but this is
depending
what I'm
on
saying,
what the
so-
room is like
so
and stuff
they-
like that.
But we've got to wait for
That's
your
gotta
medical
be the
records to
doctor's
come
got to
through,
sort that
so
out.
it's going to have to be in the morning.
So like they assume I'm lying or something because
they just have to check it. They have to have physical.
and that's
proof
why
to
I'm thinking,
say-
can't you lot call someone now because it's an
We don't have
emergency?
access to that.
We
We're
don't
not able
do
to
that
do
kind
it.
of stuff.
Because I can't. I'm gonna physically go in that room and be ill, or I'm gonna die in that room. I'm telling you lot right now, I cannot breathe in that room. I need air. That's what I'm saying.
When you feel as if you need air, you can contact the manager or security guard.
And that's the thing. I have to contact them every minute and then wait an hour, 2 hours for them to come to my room. 30 minutes.
Now they're aware of your medical condition.
Bro, there has been. When I called for the doctors, yeah. No. Ask the man out there. 2 hours ago, not him. It was the guy on the desk. Yeah, no, that was the second phone call. That was the second phone call, mate. That was the second phone call. Trust me, I've got it all recorded.
But now that obviously that
You
they're
don't
aware
even
of
know,
your
man. I've
medical
never seen you
records-
all night, so I don't
Okay,
even
now
understand.
that they're obviously aware of your medical issues, etc.
Yeah.
If you stay here tonight, before we leave, we'll make sure that there's a security guard that's able to take you down for whenever you need to come down for air.
We'll speak to them. This
This
guy
is
the
madness.
manager. I
This is
completely
madness.
get what you're saying.
So by law, I'm detained here. I have to stay here.
For the time
I have
being,
to stay here.
until the doctor can prove and say like whether he's got a letter or something that says
Of my sinus infection.
Yeah. just so that HMRC
This is a-
I know it's
I actually have years of this.
I
I've
get
been
that.
living this for years, so it's not something that I'm making up. I wouldn't lie to
But
the police.
The issue is you've got to understand it's difficult for us as well.
Yeah.
As much as we get where you're coming from, it's difficult because we're in a position where I would love to just say, if you're going to promise me you're going to go home and be by yourself, we'll come check on you once a day or whatever, that would be fine. But the issue is we are not in a position to say to you, you can go home right now.
So even the commissioner won't say that.
Unfortunately, no. She
It's
has the
'cause it's
same
a
powers as we
legislation.
do. It is the
I know,
law.
and the legislations are acts to
I know.
to what
And
these
this-
people are consenting to.
this-
And I
this
said I
is
didn't
what we're
require
saying.
to it. I